Welcome to the Me I Left Behind, a podcast about healing, remembering, and finding yourself again after loss. My name is Cindy, and I created this space not only to share my journey but to help you reconnect with the parts of yourself that may feel lost. In episode 4, I talked about signs my husband sent to remind me that he is still with us. Today, I want to talk about the strongest way I believe he communicates with me through dreams. Episode 6, When Love Speaks Through Dreams. Dreams have always been a mystery to me. Some say they are just fragments of our thoughts, a collection of our deepest fears and desires. Others believe they are messages, a bridge between this world and the other. And for me, dreams have become the closest thing I have to hearing his voice again. Not all dreams are comforting. Some are painful, like the ones where he is crying, telling me he didn't want to leave, that he wanted to stay. There was a dream where he told me I had to let him go because there was nothing we could do to change what happened. Then there are nightmares, the ones where I am waiting for him to come home but he never does. Or the ones where our old fights resurface and I wake up with the same ache in my chest as if it had just happened. But then, there are dreams that feel real, too real. The ones where I turn to his side of the bed and call his name, forgetting, just for a moment, that he is no longer here. The dreams where he is beside me, laughing with our children, doing the little things that once made up our ordinary, beautiful life. When I dream of him, I don't want to wake up, and if I do, I desperately try to fall back asleep, hoping to pick up where we left off, to steal just a few more moments with him, even if only in a dream. My firstborn dreams of him often. He gets to talk to him about current events as if time and distance don't exist in that space between sleep and wakefulness. And strangely, my husband seems to visit us when an important moment is about to happen. Before special occasions, I often hear stories from family or friends saying, I had a dream about him last night. One time, we forgot to lock the door, and I dreamt of him telling me to check it. When I woke up, I found that we had, in fact, left it unlocked. There was another time when I was planning to get life insurance, something I hadn't told anyone. And then, my sister randomly called me to say she had dreamt of my husband talking about the same exact thing. It's as if, in these little ways, he is showing me that he sees what we're up to, that he is still looking after us. But despite all of this, I always whisper into the night, asking him to visit our second and youngest child too, to let them hear his voice, to let them feel his presence, but it hasn't happened yet. I don't want them to forget. I don't want time to erase the sound of his laughter, the way he called their names, the love he so effortlessly gave. Maybe they are too young to remember everything, or maybe he is waiting for the right time. But I hold on to hope that one night they will wake up and say, Ma, I saw Papa in my dream. And when that day comes, I know my heart will find another piece of peace. Yesterday was one of those unbearable days. I felt so weighed down by the ache of missing him. I laid in bed, watching anything on my phone just to distract myself, while tears kept falling. Then, as if the universe knew I needed something, a message from his best friend popped up, saying I just woke up from a dream about him. His best friend said, my husband told him that he is still here and he never left, and that I was so happy because of that news. So how do you explain such simple coincidence, or is it something more? I choose to believe it was him finding a way to reach me just when I needed him most. I hope that if you long for a sign, you find it, that when you close your eyes at night, the ones you miss the most find their way to you, that you wake up with the quiet comfort of knowing that love never truly leaves. So for today's reflection, have you ever had a dream about a loved one that felt too real to be just a dream? One thing that I'd like to share with you why I believe in dreams so much is the story of Joseph. So if you haven't visited the full story of Joseph in the Bible, you might wanna check it out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for allowing me to share my story. I'll see you in the next episode.